Okay, now let's get started. Hello and welcome to Vibrant Living. I'm Nousha and super excited about our topic today, intentional living. Now, my intention with today's topic is to illustrate the power of living an intentional life and to provide resources that can assist you in this process. Now, I recognize that some of you are familiar with intentional living and creating an intentional life. And my wish and intention for you is that you pick up some tips or resources that you can apply to your life. And I recognize that there's others who are listening and are hearing about intentional living for the very first time. And I am very excited to share what I have learned along the way and look forward to having you join our Facebook community so we can keep the conversation going. Our community is called Our Vibrant Living Community. You can join our group and continue to keep us abreast of your progress. So what is intentional living? So intentional living is actually designing and consciously creating a life that we absolutely love versus living life by default, which is based in our past conditioning. And this can include, being different influences like our friends, our family, our parents, our church, our extracurricular activities, those groups that we're a part of. These have all created certain patterns of thoughts and beliefs and actions within us. And some of them are really, really great. And there's some of them that may not quite align to where we're going or where we'd like to start going for our future. And so it becomes really important to be aware that life doesn't just happen to us. And I know that when I was younger, I was thinking, I have good days, I have bad days, and life just happens. Things just randomly happen, and I must have had a lucky day or a good day. And I may not have had a whole lot to do with that. And when I discovered the truth, it was so empowering and liberating to know that, in fact, we create our life every moment of every day through our thoughts, through our words, and through our actions. And that we are in the driver's seat of creating what we want. Now, we are co-creating with a larger power. You can call it God, Source, the divine. I believe that there's something else there that has the sun go up magically and then set, and the tides in the ocean, and these are all there is an intelligence. So whatever we want to call it, there is an intelligence that is co-creating with us. And this intelligence is waiting for us to create the order and to let it know what it is that we want through repetition, through our words, through our thoughts, and through our actions. Now, one thing that I didn't know as I began this process is that we have between 25,000 to 50,000 thoughts per day. Yes. So that works out to about 17 to 35 thoughts per minute. And so you can see that this steady stream of thoughts creates a thick filter between our mind and our heart, our head and our heart. And so what the good news is, the exciting news is intentional living actually supports us in integrating our thoughts and our heart, our head and our heart, integrating these two components together into a focused point of attraction. So where do you start? There is the importance of intentional living is very clear. Where do we start? So what I have is 3 tips and 3 resources that can get you started powerfully. So tip number 1 is for us to start to be responsible for our life exactly as it is and exactly as it's not. And to take a look at those areas where it's not exactly as we'd like it to be, and to start intentionally creating the kind of life that we would love. Now, if you haven't downloaded my free 7-step checklist to designing a vibrant and fulfilling life, I share some tips in there, and you can download that, and you can find that on my website, noushabebahanian.com, and this will assist you with tip number 1, to be responsible for everything that is in your life exactly as it is, and everything that is not and that can be the way you'd like it to be. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to be committed yet unattached. So what that means is we set out some intentions, and the universe, this intelligence will bring to us some choices and options that may not reflect exactly what it is that we intended, but they reflect the essence of what we intended. And it's super important to be aware of that and to be open, because sometimes we set an intention and it can happen very, very quickly, and yet we're so set on seeing it a certain way that we miss what it is the universe is bringing to us. And a fun example of that is I had an opportunity to listen to Lisa Nichols. She was featured on The Secret sharing her story, and I listened to her live, and she was sharing how she was intending to meet Oprah, which is a huge deal. And she was intending and talking about it and thinking about it and visualizing it. And one day, lo and behold, she had the opportunity to meet Oprah. And what was interesting is that in her visualizations and in her intending, she had imagined a white couch, like she'd be sitting next to Oprah on this beautiful white couch. And when she got on the set of the Oprah show, she saw that it was actually a black couch. And that was just a small example to illustrate that, she got her intention. It may not have looked exactly as she wanted it to, but it was the essence of it was there. So that's tip number 2, be committed yet unattached. Tip number 3 is put your attention on your intention, and this will reduce the tension between where you are and where you'd like to be. So the more we focus our thoughts, our feelings, our words, and our actions towards our intention, the gap between where we are and where we're intending to be gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So this takes a very disciplined practice, and I do say it is a practice. And however, it's very powerful and can yield some very powerful results. Now, on top of these 3 tips, it's my pleasure to share 3 resources and books that have assisted me along the way. And the first one is called The Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer. And it's a phenomenal book. The second book is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And by the way, if you're sitting jotting these down real quick, or maybe you're driving and you don't have a chance to write anything down, you can go to my website, noushabebahanian.com, under the resources section, and all of these will be on there. So number 2 is The Power of Now with Eckhart Tolle, and number 3, Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. 3 excellent books that will really serve you on this journey. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we would love to have you join our Facebook community and continue the conversation, because this is just the beginning. And what I found is it's super important to have a community that can support you along your journey. So our Facebook community is Our Vibrant Living Community. So please join us there. And also, if you haven't had a chance yet to download my 7-step checklist to living a vibrant life, please do so. Just go to nousha.com and you'll see it there. And it's been a pleasure to be here with each of you today and to be connected in this way. I'm super excited to share more in the coming weeks and months to come. And until we speak again, let's be vibrant, let's be bright. It's our birthright. Now let's go out there and shine our light. Thank you for investing this time with me on the Vibrant Living with Nousha podcast. I'm so glad that you joined our conversation. If you would take 2 minutes to positively impact someone's life by sharing this episode, that would be wonderful. Please leave us a review by visiting iTunes. Let us know what you enjoy and what you'd like to see more of. It will support us on our journey to causing a worldwide epidemic of vibrant living. Until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light.